Hi friends, welcome back to my session. And before of this session, we had discussed about the multi-AZ instance and multi-AZ cluster. How we are how we had created. So everything we had discussed in the last session, and in the current session, we are going to discuss about the one more important topic, that is Aurora database. So what is Aurora database, and what are the advantages we have once we created our database in Aurora? So everything we are going to discuss in the current session. So just first of all, we are going to cover in the theoretical section. Once we're done with the theoretical session, we will jump into the practical session. Okay, just please have a look on this. And Aurora database is a AWS owned, and it is database engine which has been provided by the AWS. And the Aurora database engine is available in the two compatibility modes. The one is MySQL compatibility edition, and the second one is PostgreSQL compatibility edition. Okay, so once we created our database in the Aurora, then what will happen? How the database will be stored? Aurora DB will create 6 copies of your data across 3 availability zones. Means in each availability zone, 2 copies will be stored. Okay, and Aurora provides the 5 times better performance when compared to the MySQL compatibility edition as well as Postgres database instance. Means if I create the MySQL database instance or the PostgreSQL database instance, if we compare the performance, then if I created the Aurora database instance with the same compatibility, means MySQL compatibility, it will provide the 5 times better performance when compared to MySQL or the PostgreSQL compatibility. And the cost wise is also very less when compared to this commercial database engines. It will cost only 1/10 of original. Means if I use the Aurora database engine, because of it is AWS proprietary, it will provide the 5 times better performance when compared to the general like MySQL and Postgres database instances. At the same time, it will provide with very little bit of cost. That is almost 1/10 of when I compare to any commercial database engine. And at the same time, Aurora supports to the self-healing feature. Means whenever there is a small issue, means or minor issue is there, automatically it will heal that. It will self-heal that process. Means it will only able to resolve that issue automatically instead of manual things. Okay, and Aurora supports a backtrack feature, just like point and trim require earlier we had discussed. In the similar way, Aurora provides the backtrack feature. Means if we want to restore the instance at the specific point of time, by using the backtrack feature, we can be able to restore. It will be available up to 72 hours. Okay, when we configured at the time of creation of Aurora database instance, we need to enable this backtrack feature. Okay, here I am going to take for the lab purpose two scenarios. The one is creation of Aurora database instance with MySQL compatibility edition using single AZ deployment and using multi-AZ deployment. These are the two scenarios which I am going to show it to you now. Okay, right now we will jump into the practical session. In practical session, what I will do, just sign into the console. Go to the RDS service where I'm going to create the Aurora database instance. Right now I don't have any database instance which has been running. So just create a database. I'm going to select the standard. Right now I'm going to select the Aurora MySQL compatibility edition, and it will be loading, and it will display the engine version. So right now I am using for the default the major version, that is Aurora MySQL 3.04.2. okay, and it is used for the production purpose, and the name is single Aurora single DB instance. Okay, this is the name of the database instance name. and the password is self-managed. I'm going to create the password for the instance admin 1 2 3 4 5 6. It's, yeah, it's your optional. And Aurora standard, as you know, while we select any options in AWS, it will provide the feasibilities. So which one is required as per my project, that option will be selected. Suppose if I select the Aurora standard, it is cost effective and many applications, for many applications with moderate input output operations, and it will provide the less than 25% of total database cost. Suppose if I take Aurora input output operations, means IO optimized, then it will, here the cost is not a matter. The cost, even though the cost is more than greater than 25% of the total database cost, but here the performance matter. If I want high performance, then I'm going to select Aurora input out IO optimized. But if I want to the performance is not priority to me, if I want to create some standard one, then I am going to select the Aurora standard. Okay, here I am going to use the burstable classes, the T3 medium, and don't create the Aurora replica to me. Here in multi-AZ deployment, if I select create an Aurora replica or radar node in a different availability zone. Right now I don't want to create any replica for this database instance, so that's why what I will do, I am selecting don't create any Aurora replica, don't connect to EC2 instance, IPv4, the default subnet, the default VPC I am going to select. Generally we have the customized VPCs there. Suppose if we have customized VPC, then that particular VPC will be selected. Right now I don't have any customized VPC in my account, so that's why I am going to select the default VPC. Okay, public access yes, and my RDS I had selected, the availability zone no preference, and that certificate will be default. Additional configuration, the 3306 will be by default, it will be enabled, otherwise we can't be able to communicate with the database instance if I don't open this port. Okay, and tax is not required. Tax is important but not mandatory. Okay, and here the password authentication is option is missing. Suppose by default it will be enabled. Suppose if I don't want it, I can suppose if I want any additional authentication, then accordingly I can check here. Right now I don't want, through password authentication only, I just want to connect to my database instance, so that's why I am not going to select any of these options. Enhanced monitoring will be enabled. Just click on additional configuration. Aurora single DB, Aurora otherwise first DB, and everything will be default. The failover priority is no preference, and I am going to select the 7 days, the backup or retention period. Okay, copy tags to the snapshot. Okay, fine. Enable encryption, by default it will be enabled. Here I just enable the backtrack feature up to 72 hours now, so I am just mentioned for 2 hours. That's enough for me, otherwise for 1 hour, as this is lab purpose now, so that's why if I make 72 hours it will be cost too much. Suppose if I take 72 hours, it is $86.28 US per month, so I don't want that much backtrack time period. So I just, this is for lab purpose, so that's why I'm going to select only 1 hour. Okay, and only $1.20 US per month. Fine, I'm going to select these logs which are required for troubleshooting purpose and for making the root cause analysis, and I just disable this option, because of if I enable this option, automatically if there is any small minor upgrade is there, automatically without my approval the database instance will be rebooted. Suppose if it is the production database, it will impact my user, so that's why I don't want to take that risk. So that's why I just disable this option and go to the maintenance window, choose a window. On every start day I need to done the main maintenance activity, and if I enable this option, I am not able to delete my database instruction. Suppose if I want to delete, then I need to modify the action. Once action has been modified, then only I will be able to get the option to delete this. Suppose up to now I won't tell you about this option, but I didn't enable this option. But for now what I will do, I am enabling this option, enable delete production, So I will show to you how the option will work out. Just click on create database, then database instance will be created. It will take some time to get it created. Okay, just close. Aurora single DB instance. Okay, and it will take some time to get it created. In the meanwhile, what I will do, I am going to create the multi DB instance. Just create database instance, and here I am going to, as usual, I am going to create the standard create. Just click on the Aurora MySQL compatibility edition, and as is used for the production purpose, the database name is Aurora Multi-AZ. Okay, and admin self-managed admin 123456 admin 123456. This is the default password for me I am using, and Aurora standard as I am using, and burstable classes, that is T3 medium, and create an Aurora replica or reader node in different availability zone recommended for scale version. Creates an Aurora replica for the fast failover and high availability. So right now I am going to use this option, and don't connect to IPv4. Okay, everything will be default and public access enabled. Okay, if I don't enable the public access, what I will do, it will, by using the client, I can't be able to connect to this instance. Okay, and my RDS SG. Okay, fine, and default certificate will be added attached, and enable enhanced monitoring, enable additional configuration, database name, my first multi-AZ. Okay, fine, no preference. The backup period will be 7 days. Copy tags, enable encryption by default, and enable backtrack feature. As I already enabled the backtrack feature for the previous instance which I had created, so for show purpose, right now I'm going to uncheck this enable backtrack feature as this is not required, and I disable the option, and the maintenance window on every Saturday. Suppose if you want to do the maintenance activity on Sunday, you can mention like this, and I just disable the enable deletion production and create database. So the multi-AZ DB cluster will be created, so it will take some time to get it created. In the meanwhile, what I will do, just please have a check here. It is a single DB instance, and it is a multi-AZ DB instance. In single DB instance, only one writer instance will be created, and one cluster will be created. In that cluster, only one writer instance is there. But if you take this Aurora Multi-AZ, two instances has been created. Once it has done, then you will let you know what is the exactly what it has been created when I select those options. Okay, here multi-AZ, it will be available in the two zones. Is it multi-available zone? No. This is the instance which is no multi-available zone as option. Okay, and if you click here, it is showing the two records. One is for writer instance, one is for reader instance. Okay, traffic always routed to the writer instance only. Reader instance, what will happen? Okay, and what I had done right now, create an Aurora database instance with MySQL compatibility edition using single AZ deployment. Right now I had created single AZ deployment as well multi-AZ deployment. It will take some time to get it created and to set everything. As you know, the database creation will take some time. So once the single AZ deployment has done, what I will do, connect to the single AZ Aurora database instance and create some sample data. So once I had created some sample data, what I will do, at particular point of time, I am going to delete some of the records. So by using the backtrack recovery, what I had done, I had enabled for 1 hour. So with the help of the backtrack feature, after 1 minute, I am going to create the database instances to recover those deleted records. How it will be done, I'm going to show out to you with the help of backtrack feature. Okay, just please have a look on this. Still it is in the creation state only. How many database instances has been created? Up 3 instances has been created. So the Aurora single DB instance is available and it is created writer instance. Is endpoint has been generated? No. So what it will do, go to the database instance and just select the Aurora single database instance cluster. It is a regional cluster. Here the two endpoints has been generated. One is reader endpoint and the second one is writer endpoint. Just connect to the writer endpoint and open the MySQL community edition to connect to the database instance. Okay, create a new connection, new Aurora 1. Okay, and what I will do, I just copy the writer endpoint, paste the same here, and admin 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, just wait a minute. The cluster is not yet created fully, so that's why maybe there is a chance if I try to connect to the writer instance, it will deny because of this is not yet fully created. Once this cluster is fully available, if I try to access the writer instance with the help of the writer endpoint, then there will be a chance to get it to connected to the, not a chance, then it will be connected to the writer instance. But right now it is in still creation mode only. So that's why just I'm going to test the connectivity. Just test the connection. I hope it will not supposed to connect to the database instance because of this is not fully created. Yes, right now it has been created successfully. Okay, fine. Just click on connect. Yes. Right now I'm connecting to this database. Okay. As it is created, so that's why I'm not facing any error. Suppose if it is still configured state only, means at the time I'm not supposed to connect to this database. Okay, and I have a small query. Just copy the, I'm taking the writer endpoint. Just copy it. Copy it. And open this. Here you just copy the writer endpoint. Is both same or not? Aurora single DB cluster. This is cluster level. Right now I am going to the cluster. Here this is the instance level. So just please check. Okay, just connect this endpoint and open this additional tab. Otherwise here you can open the additional tab, new connection, new Aurora writer single DB. Okay, okay, and just copy that. Yes, it has been copied as it is writer instance, and paste it. And here the username is admin Password is admin123456. Test connection. It will be successful and connect. Either you will be connected through cluster or either you will be directly connected to the instance. Okay, still it is in enabling mode only. So what I will do in the meanwhile, I am going to create Aurora first DB tables, create table, which type will employee emp id integer, employee name var character. Okay, just save. Okay, 20 10 20 save. No, yes, the table has been created. Open table, employee id 101 Varun, 102 Varsha. Okay, just save. The writer story is modifying where I had been created. Yes, both are same now. So that's why if I created the employee table in the my first DB, automatically the table will be created in the Aurora one as well. Means it creates through cluster level. Two endpoints has been generated, even though the two endpoints has been generated, but it is for same purpose only. Suppose if I direct the traffic to this writer instance, then automatically it will direct the traffic to this instance only. Okay, fine. Right now, what I will do, writer instance and 103 Navya, 104 Divya, 105 Tanuja, something 106 Sai. Okay, right now at this point of time, I have 6 records in my database. Okay, after 1 minute, right now the time is 2:25. Right now the time is 2:25. At this particular at this particular point of time, the database has the 6 entities. Okay, fine. Here you can also check open table. How many entities we have? 6 entities. So both are same. So that's why it is showing 6 entities. Right now the time is 2:25. So in the meanwhile, what we will do? So just please have a look on this. The cluster. In this cluster, it will have one writer instance and one reader instance. What AWS will do, what Aurora will do, Aurora DB will store 6 copies of your data across 3 availability zones. Means your data will be replicated 6 times in 3 different availability zones. Okay, fine. Just wait for some time as it is available. And right now I had created the 6 records in the writer instance. Okay, in the meanwhile, what I will do, just open the multi-AZ cluster. Here also we have the two endpoints. One is for writer instance and second one is the reader instance. Just copy the same. I am going to create the one more new connection. New Aurora Multi-AZ deployment connection. Okay, just click on OK and paste the same here, and password is, username is admin, password is admin 123456. Test the connection, it will be successful. Just OK, connect. Then you will be connected to the multi-AZ. Here in my first DB database, right now there is any tables? No tables. I am just going to create one table. The one is market prices. You can create any table. So vegetable name varchar 20 price integer 6, and right now I just want to save. Okay, open table, vegetable name tomato, the price is 50 rupees. Mirchi, the price is as usual 50 rupees. And potato, the price is 40 rupees. I just save this. Okay, in the meanwhile what I will do, in Aurora single DB instance, as I had created 6 records, in multi-available zone as I had created 3 records. In single AZ deployment, what I will do, I am going to delete the 4 records which has been created. Okay, suppose 3 records. Out of 6 records, I am going to delete 3 records. Just deleted. Okay, fine. What happens? Suddenly this has been done mistakenly, but I want to recover those 3 loose data into my database. How it will be done? Right now the time is 2:30. At the time of 2:29 or 2:28 or 2:25, I have 6 records in my database. So what I will do, go to the database instance. This is the database instance now. So select the database instance. Select the database instance, the cluster. Okay. Go to action. Restore point in time. Right now, how many records I have? Only 3 records. If I want to get those 3 deleted records in my account, suddenly by mistakenly I had deleted those 3 records, but it is very important, crucial for my company. Suppose if I want to recover those data which has been accidentally deleted, what I will do, I am going to recover the deleted data. Latest installable time is 14. I want customize. Latest customize. The one is May 1st and the time is 14:25 or 26. If I will be able to restore my instance by 1426, then I will get all those data. Okay. Aurora MySQL database instance is backtrack. BSCK back, TRSCK backtrack. 1. Okay. Aurora standard, everything will be normal as usual. Okay. Okay. And okay. Availability zone is our wish. Additional configuration 3306. Okay. Okay. In a base name is back TRSCK backtrack DB restore. Okay. Fine. How many days? 7 days. Okay. Do I need to enable backtrack feature for the instance which I have been created by using the backtrack feature? No. Enable encaption. Select the outlooks which we want. IAM rule. Okay. Just restore point in time. Then in the same cluster, okay, just please have a look. In Aurora single DB instance, because of this accidental deletion of data, I am going to create one more cluster, that is backend track cluster. In that cluster, the backtrack will be created. So once this instance has been created, then I will be able to recover the data. So how it will be done, I will let you show it to you now. Okay. Right now in the multi-AZ cluster, what happened? Here I had created 3 records. No, yes. This is the vegetable table is there. I just created 3 records. Okay. Right now, tomato, mirchi, potato. These are the 3 records which have been created in the market process table. Okay. Right now, what I will do, I am going to delete the writer instance. Is it possible? Yes. I am going to manual failover. What I will do in the multi-AZ DB cluster, it has in multi-AZ it has 2 instances. One is reader instance, second one is writer instance. I am going to make the writer instance to be failover. Yes, I will make it as a failover. Then what happened? Automatically the reader instance will become the writer instance. How it will be done? We will check. And in the meanwhile, the backtrack feature which has been created, still it is in the creation mode only. Once it has been created, then we will verify the data will be recovered or not. I will show it to you. It will be done or not. So that backtrack feature will be still, it will be creating mode, and Aurora Multi-DB instance. As I manually fail over this, once you refresh the same, yes, it's in failing over. It's still in process. Wait for some time to get the conclusion. And one more thing, guys. So while I am explaining about the database instances, it will take some time because of, even though I'm fast, but what happened really, it will take some time. It will take some time, even though it is at the time of creation of database instance, at the time of deleting of database instance, and if I do any modification to the database instance, it will take some time to get it replicated. So that's why while you are planning to hear the class of database instances, just make sure it will take some time to get it the conclusion. So without the conclusion, if I close the class, then you will not get the better understanding how the process will be going on. So for getting the better clarity how the process is going on, just you need to have the patience. Wait for some time and just please observe what happening while I'm doing any activity. Means while creating the database instance, while I'm making the failover, while how the reader instance will be automatically uh, modified into the writer instance, how replication will behave. Everything you need to observe carefully. Then only you will get the better understanding. At the time of interview cracking also, if you practice these things, then you will get the better understanding how the process is going on, like that. The backtrack feature, it is still in creating mode only. And even though I manual flare, automatically the one writer instance will be automatically created. So what I will do right now, I'm going to delete this writer instance. Delete me. So what happened, we will check. What I had done from multi-AZ deployment, I'm going to delete the writer instance. Then what will happen? The reader instance will become the writer instance. It will be done or not? Just we will have a look on this. So wait for some time. You will get the better understanding. And backtrack feature. As it will be generating, yes, writer instance is generated. It is still in creating mode. Just wait for some time. Once it is available, I am going to check. Will I able to restore all the data? That means earlier what I had in single DB instance, I had created 6 records, and I had by accidentally I had deleted some 3 records. Suppose if I want to restore all the things which I had been deleted, at that time by using the backtrack feature, I am going to create database instance at that particular interval of particular point of time. At that point of time, I had all the data in my instance. Okay, will I able to get or not? Just please have a look on that. Just refresh the same. Just refresh the same. It will take some time. We need to wait until it has been created. So backtrack feature is still creating. It's not yet fully available right now. And just open the backtrack feature, and the endpoint has already been generated. Just create the connection. So new connection. The name of the new connection. The name of the connection is backtrack. BACK back. TRS backtrack feature. Okay. And I just need to paste the endpoint. Admin 1 2 3 4 5 6. I just need to test the connection. It has been failed because of it is not yet created. So we need to wait some more per time until it is totally created. Once it has been, yes, it is available right now. Just I need to test the connection right now. Okay. Okay. Um, is endpoint has been generated for this endpoint? No, only for cluster level it has been generated. Just copy the same writer endpoint. It is still in the creating mode only, so that's why maybe I'm not able to connect to the database instance. So I need to wait for some more time until it has been fully created. So had you observed this? Just please have observed in multi-AZ deployment. Earlier, the instance which is going to delete is the writer instance. So that's why I had deleted. But right now, what happened? It is the instance which is reader instance. If I delete, once I had deleted the writer instance, automatically what happened, the reader instance will become the writer instance. Okay, just I'm going to connect to this endpoint. Just copy the endpoint. Okay, just create the new test. Okay, admin, admin 1 2 3 4 5 6. Just test the connection. Yes, the connection is successful. Connect. Yes, and just please have a look. In my first DB cluster, we have tables called fruits, vegetables. Yes, market process, open table. The same database has been available now. Yes, then we had success. Fine. And one more thing, I just need to go to databases, and multi-AZ deployment is success. We had successfully tested. And what I need to done, I need to check this backtrack. Will I able to restore the data or not? Still it is in the creation mode only. Okay, and okay, fine. Just okay, go to test, new connection using the current settings. No, create a new connection, and the new connection will be um, what the test connection I have maintained. Backtrack. Is backtrack is there? No. So I will do one thing. I'm backtrack to just, yes, I think the backtrack right now I am getting the endpoint. Okay, copy the same, paste the same. Admin, admin 1 2 3 4 5 6. Test connection, it will be successful right now. Yes, connect. Yes. So in backtrack feature, what I will get? I will get the student table. In the student table, I will be able to get all the data which I have been deleted accidentally. Just go to the database, go to the tables. I have the employee table as well. Just open the table. I need to get the 6 tables. Yes. Right now the records which I had deleted accidentally, those 3 records, will I able to get? Yes. This is the feature of the backtrack. Okay. Guys, I hope you guys understood the section. Thank you for joining my session. Bye bye. We'll meet up in the next session with the new topic. Until bye bye. Thank you for joining the session.